things that will happen to an adult body if the person did not have sex for complete 1 month. 10 reactions that you will notice in your body if you fail to have sex for the next 1 month. When I'm talking about the adult, I'm actually talking about a Lego married person, because actually sex is a strong covenant, a highly spiritual thing that should only go on between a man and woman who are legally married as husband and wife. And even in the beginning, in the Garden of Eden, God created a man and woman. But I notice as a marriage counselor that most of the times people try to deny their partners, and for one reason or the other, you force yourself to stay away from sex. Everything that has also have advantage also have disadvantage. I've shared in Jenny Action TV what happens spiritually, that is spiritual benefit of sex, to tell you that there is also benefit attached to it, even though one way or the other you are not meant to have it and do spiritual work. But that does not reduce the fact that it's very, very important. If not, the replenishing mandate that God has given to man in the Garden of Eden, go into the world, replenish, dominate, and subdue. That replenishing mandate can only work when there is sex. So if only you follow me to the end of today's video, I will tell you in explicit terms what happens to the body of adults when they fail to have fun for at least a month. So welcome back to Jenny Global Solutions. In this particular channel, I discuss 3 important things which actually health, safety, and spiritual tips. If you will acclimatize with these 3, you will always be making tremendous progress. If this is the very first time you're landing in this channel, you're highly welcome. Please do it to hit the red subscribe button and the bell notification so that you will always be notified as soon as I upload a new video. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for always stopping by. For my new timers, you are highly welcome. So without wasting your time, let's delve right in. 10 things that will happen to the body of adult when they fail to have sex for at least a month is that there will be changes in their hormone. You will notice that some of the reactions you have in your body will change. Let's say, for instance, the time you normally have your monthly flow, if you are saw that record sees, you may notice that the monthly flow period has changed. That if you're having 26 cycle, you're now having 30 cycle, or you're having 24 cycle, and so on and so forth. That is a form of hormonal changes manifesting itself. And then if it is a man, the man will also notice that there are some changes that have taken place in the internal system, that sometimes they may experience weight dream. So that is, by the way. Number 2 is that it can cause stress and tension. You know that a married couple, that one way or the other, one of the things that calms tension and stress in their lives is when they are having fun. Now, one way or the other, when they abstain themselves from this fun for over a time, maybe because the man travel or because of anything, that quarreling or whatsoever, because my intention is that after this video, if you are having squabble with your partner, you reblend back. What it means that there will be always be increase in tension, hatred, and some other unwarranted energies will begin to take effect in that home. Another one is that there will be improved focus, concentrating only on negative. Now, for positive side, you notice that there is improved focus, that either the man or the woman have become more productive, more focused in whatever he or she is doing, because that time would have used to be a kind of having fun. He can lie down and think out ideas that can make him or she more productive and be more committed in some other things that the person is doing, instead of, let me put it like this, idling away with sex. Then he now curtail it and focus on other things, because that energy must be a kind of directed to something, because the law of thermodynamics actually say that energy can never be created nor destroyed, but can be converted to from one form to the other. So that energy that's supposed to be a kind of used during fun is now converted to a kind of using it in order to become more productive. So that is it. Another thing is emotional changes. That is number 4, emotional changes. Do you know that lack of having sex can actually cause the couple to start feeling, or the person to start feeling frustrated, less stressed, or become lack of contented, and they may look at it that the partner don't care anymore, and before you know it, the person might have some emotional disturbance as a result of that abstinence, and that a gap has created in the life of this person. And one of the consequences of this gap is that the person might fall prey to one temptation or the other. And in terms of that fun side, another one is that there will be reduced libido, because for some time that a kind of having fun is not there. That desire may just gradually begin to die a natural death, that when the person comes to do it again, it becomes difficult to actually satisfy the partner. And that's why as partner may not be good to stay long apart without coming together. Another one is there may be possible increase in masturbation. They will now resort to self-gratification and self-satisfying themselves through masturbation of another means, which is very bad, very sinful, and they destroy your spiritual life, as well as it is have dire consequences when it comes to spirituality. God in his wisdom have created man and woman to blend together to do it, not you doing it separately. And that is why you should not stay away from your partner for some time, for a long time, because it can force the partner into committing sin. And you know that God will not be happy with the person who pushed the partner into that particular action. You notice that both the person who did it and the person who caused that action will not be found guiltless. So this is another thing that happened. Another thing is that there may be changes in sleep pattern. Notice that sometimes sex impacts sleep, in the sense that some people, immediately they finish having fun, they will find themselves slumber in sleep immediately. That some partners, one of the things they use to cuddle themselves to sleep, when they find out they're finding it hard to sleep, is they will have fun. And you know, one way or the other, that sleep will bring relaxation. And then I've made spiritual benefit of sleep, even in Jenny Action TV can get in touch with that. And when you are sleeping, you notice that your guardian angel will take you and then begin to give you dreams and some other things that will help to guide you. Now you notice that some people, when they, because of some stress around them, they couldn't sleep. When they have fun, it may help them to sleep. Now when they stay away from having fun for some time, you will notice that those periods that they couldn't sleep, they will not just sleep. And some spiritual messages that they would have received that will help their life through dream and some other similitudes may be denied them. And also their physical health is impacted, because actually we are meant to rest. There must come a time in the day that we need to shut down our system and sleep, because sleep is a deeper form of rest, and it brings a lot of healing to our nerves and bring a lot of improvement in our health. That's why sometimes when you are feeling headache, just by mere sleeping alone, the headache will disappear. So now when your sleep is disturbed because you have stayed away from sex, it becomes a problem. So this is why if you're already legally married, you're supposed to explore that energy, because God give it to us as a gift. So the next one is there will be enhanced sensitivity. Now after some period of abstinence, you will notice that some people will begin to have enhanced heightened sensitivity when they decide to have it. Some places that doesn't pain them before, they will start receiving pain. It will be as if it will take time for them to adjust back to sexual life. It's just like a woman that is giving birth. After like 5 years, there is a big gap. I know what I'm saying very well, because I've been a kind of victim of this. I gave birth to my last children or set of twins, and then after 5 years before giving birth to the other set of twins, by God's grace, that period, that pregnancy, it was very hard. It was as if I am trying to give birth for the first time, because the whole place has tightened up. This is also one of the things that will happen to somebody who has been having, because I'm talking about couple who have been having this fun before, having this sex, and suddenly stop. Now that place will become tight, especially for women, and then they will start having a kind of some pains and discomfort and some sensitivity for them to blend well again. So this is why it may not be the best, except for cogent reason. Maybe the other one traveled, and then couple living in separate locations, it doesn't easily go well with me. I don't really encourage it as a marriage counselor, because it causes increase in unfaithfulness and infidelity. But if you have the reasons, it's up to you. Then another one is urge increase. After staying away from sex for some time, when they come back, they have this heightened sexual desire, that it seems that they want to devour each other when they are having this fun. So it left for you whether you want to be operating at equilibrium, or you be operating at a heightened emotion or below emotion So that is another thing that will happen. The last but not the least, there may be some physical consequences of this abstinence, in the sense that how productive such person may be, even though it has increased, yet you notice that some intuition, because based on my video in Jenny Action TV, I made that there are kind of spiritual benefit of sex. You notice that you are open up to a word of spirit way, because sex is a covenant, it's a highly spiritual thing. It is God that made it. When you are having it, and you will get download some better information, but that abstinence will also shut that part of your life down, that so much so you will notice that some significant physical reactions and changes that take place in your life will reduce. And apparently, if their couple is living together and they decide to abstain, or for one reason or the other, apart from prayer, and because they are quarreling, they are not talking to each other, the physical conflict will be more. But that physical conflict can easily be settled at the altar of sex. So that is why it is necessary for you to go and enjoy yourself and have this fun that God has given to us freely, though freedom is not free enough, based on your agreement and your terms and conditions, because what work in one home will not work with the other. And I used to pray this day for as many that are subscribers to this channel that are still believing God for their life partner, because believe me, God actually said it's not good for that man to be alone. What God said is bad is bad. We will not, because of some of the anomalies going on in our society today, you see couple killing themselves, you see evil happening, a kind of abuse and others, and still say that what God said is good is bad. No, we can never support that. Since God said is good, and God will give you a good life partner that will satisfy that part of your life, and through it you will also raise holy seed for God. So with this, I've actually come to the end of today's video, believing that somebody has actually found value. If you're one of those, why not give this video a thumbs up? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Hit the bell notification so as to get my next upload. Comment on this video, share this video and share it to everyone. Might actually be helping a lot of people. As you do so, may God bless you, honor you, cause you to ride upon the high place of this. Still your lady Jenny saying